All right.
All right, Coach, just take us through maybe the progress you feel like the steps you guys did take offensively last week compared to maybe the week prior, and maybe still the areas where you feel you guys are still not quite at where you want them to be.
Yeah, I feel like more guys consistently did what we were asking them to do. More times than not, we had 11 guys moving in the right direction. We ran the ball well. We were pretty good on third down. I think our average to go was like 33.5, which is something we can hang our hat on. Timing-wise in the red area, we were a little off pass game. We had the one to Mike that got reviewed. We had one later. We get him one-on-one on the backside with the corner, like that matchup. We just got to execute a couple of those plays. So certainly going to continue to improve there and pushing through, but definitely having 11 guys in the right direction moving forward. And I got to try to find another way to do it this weekend against a really good team.
Where do you feel not just taking this game, but as a whole all season, where the red zone offense is at this point?
Yeah, I think we were really good the first 5 weeks, I think was the stat. Again, those are kind of for losers, but we were scoring touchdowns. Look, we're got a good look to Mike there in the end zone on the first one. 9 times out of 10, that's a touchdown. 2 plays in a row down, going the other way towards the tunnel. Again, we got a matchup we like on a safety with Tobias. We got a matchup on a corner we like on drop 8 with Mike. We just all got to do our part to execute those plays.
Tommy, how important was it to get off to a good start?
Yeah, I think it builds confidence and belief. Obviously, coming off a game that you wish you played better in offensively, to have a start like that where you convert a 3rd and 10 with a big play to JT, and then the next play you're on the ball and scoring. Certainly it builds confidence and growth within the guys, and it helps build the momentum. Next drive, I think we settled for the field goal and had another score. And so when you have those possessions early on, obviously the special teams set us up with great field position. It certainly helps. We're always striving to do that.
What does it mean to an offensive coordinator to have that lead? You able to experiment a little bit?
Not really. Kind of just stay part of the plan, and it came up a couple times throughout the game is, hey, let's stay the course. Let's not get greedy. Let's stay with who we are, who we want to be this week, and try to stay consistent in that manner.
What makes Joel so efficient as a young guy, and what's kind of the next step for him?
Yeah, his care factor's through the roof. Technically, he's very sound. Obviously, he's a talented kid. Works really hard at it. You just want to continue as he gets more exposure to playing and recognizing some nuanced things in the front and what teams are trying to do and how to react. But he's doing a great job, and he's got a tremendous upside that we're excited for his future.
And then where's kind of Brennan Lindsey's biggest growth come, I guess, over the last year?
Yeah, his maturity level has really taken a step up. He's become more of a guy that is dependable and guys can count on. I think his the way he communicates and the way he is able to talk to the quarterbacks, talk to some of the younger players. Like, you want to see that as a guy who's been in the program for 5 years, and he certainly has taken ownership of that.
Is he about as unlucky as someone gets with a couple of missed opportunities maybe that could have turned into touchdowns over the last few weeks?
Yeah, we've missed him a couple times.
How do you kind of get some or more of those explosive runs that you guys have had in the past? Is it something as simple as the receivers just need to hold your blocks longer, or the running backs seeing it better?
Yeah, it's definitely not that simple. I think, we had 2, maybe 3 Saturday. It's all 11 in the run game. Quarterbacks with the communication, backs with the tracks, obviously the line getting started. Explosive runs do happen when wideouts are bought in. Our group is extremely bought in and blocking. That's really been a characteristic of our group for a long time. Just got to keep running it, keep trusting it, and those big plays will happen. I think you see a lot of 4-yard runs, 5-yard runs, 9-yard runs, 14-yard runs, and those 50 and 60-yard runs, they'll come. You just got to keep trusting it and bearing down on those, and as the game continues on, you hope to pop a couple of them.
What are the challenges Syracuse poses?
Yeah, Coach White does a heck of a job as a defensive coordinator. They give you a lot of different looks, a lot of movement. They're a veteran defense. Those linebackers are really good players. It's a unique structure with what they do. A lot of movement up front, a lot of slanting, a lot of angle, a lot of team speed. I think they're top 10 nationally. giving up around 15 or 16 points a game. So they do a really nice job, and they've done a nice job. I mean, we played them in 20. We remember watching it and remember thinking, gosh, these guys are dialed in, and now they're 3 years into it. And they had a good defense a year ago, and we knew all offseason they were going to be good defensively. And so we're excited for the challenge, but we have a tremendous amount of respect for what they're putting together on tape.
You guys have played your best football away from campus, but at the same time, you haven't played in maybe a true hostile environment since week 1. Could there be an adjustment period in that regard in this game?
I think our guys are not used to it. Obviously, like, it's a new challenge, and from everyone we've talked to and seen, like, that place has been rocking. I know it's not called the Carrier Dome anymore, but that's what I'm going to call it. Like, it looks like an awesome environment for college football. Syracuse is winning. They're doing a great job. They have an excitement around the program. Ohio State obviously was a great environment. BYU traveled well to Vegas. That was loud. We were on silent cadence. Carolina was loud. We were using silent. I mean, some of those places have been, cool places for our guys to play. So, until you're there, you're not really positive on what it's going to be like. But we do have some familiarity playing with noise, and looks like a great noon kick for a good environment with a program that's playing good football.
What is it about the red zone defensive efficiency, how they're able to get stops that you try to plan for and try to attack, I guess?
With Syracuse?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I think you got to be consistent in how you approach the red area. We feel like we have a good plan, and we're always trying to create some matchups and some looks that are in our favor. Again, they're very multiple in what they do, so you got to be, disciplined with the calls that you want and make sure you have answers for a couple different things. And at the end of the day, you got to go out there and execute.
And I guess what's the quarterback play look like for Pine in this situation? His confidence being up after the game against UNLV, making some spectacular passes, and again facing a dynamic defense as you mentioned. How does he, I guess, become the much-needed piece in this matchup early on?
Yeah, we need him to play like he does on the road, right? Look, to beat a good team, you got to have a good quarterback, and that's the expectation. That's the approach we take. He's got nothing but confidence right now. We continue to build forward. He's working hard to get ready to go, and we're hoping to build off this last week and continue to march forward.
Anything else, Coach Rees?
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.